Good morning, children. This is English video session for class 6. We are now doing the book Honeysuckle, and the topic and the book and the chapter which we are doing is 5, a different kind of school. Okay, we are in page number 58. Okay, I repeat, this is Honeysuckle textbook, class 6 English video session, chapter number 5, a different kind of school, page number 58. I repeat from where the yesterday what we have closed with. So the author sees the beautiful ground. They see beautiful children, jolly children, but also they feels that there are a lot of unhealthy children. They are not healthy children. They have trouble with their eyes, they have trouble with their legs, crutch. It's hopeless cripple. Okay. So 8. See paragraph number 8. Miss Beams laughed. Oh no, she said, she's not really lame. This is only her lame day. The others are not blind either. It was only their blind day. I must have looked surprised, for she laughed again. Surprised? Something new to hear. How could it be? Lame day. You have Christmas day. You have birthday. Can there be lame day and blind day? Yes. Please read paragraph number 9 now. This is a very important part of our system. What is system? Order. To make our children appreciate and understand misfortune, we make them share in misfortune too. Each term, every child has one blind day, one lame day and one deaf day, one injured day and one dumb day. So what are all the days, children, listed? One term. Term means one quarterly. Each term, each child will have one blind day, 2 one lame day, 3 one deaf day, 1 an injured day, and 1 dumb day. So 5 days they have to absorb. What are they? 1 blind day, 1 lame day, 1 deaf day, 1 injured day, 1 dumb day. Okay, so this is how the 5 days are divided. Please read it again. During the blind day, their eyes are bandaged absolutely, and they are on the honor not to peep, not to come out through remove their bandage and see outside. The bandage is put on overnight so that they wake up in line. This means that they need help with everything. Other children are given the duty of helping them and leading them about. They all learn so much this way, both the blind and the helpers. Both the blind and the helpers. Now please see what is that. There was no misery about it. Miss Bimka. Misery means what, children? Difficulty. Everyone is kind, and it is really something like a game, something like a great game. Before the day is over, even the most thoughtless child realizes what is misfortune. Everybody understands. The one who don't care, who don't have any sort of feeling for others, who does careless, who is mindless, even they understand the importance of misfortune. The blind day is, of course, really the worst. Which is the most difficult thing? Blind day. But some of the children tell me that the dumb day is most difficult. Why? Because you can't cover the mouth. We cannot bandage the children's mouth, so they really have to exercise their willpower. Come into the garden and see for yourself how the children feel about. So why don't you talk to the children directly and know what they are feeling? Okay. So Miss Beams takes the author to the garden where the children are There, they are playing. Some are playing. Some are led by others. Miss Bim led to one of the bandaged girls. What does it mean for bandaged girls? Means she is today. She's having a blind day. Clear? Here is a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Beam and left us. Left us? She left for her work. Now the girl speaks to the author. Let's see what the conversation goes on. Don't you ever peep? Don't you ever open your bandage and see what's happening? I asked the girl. Oh no, she exclaimed. That would be cheating. So we are not here to cheat. We need to be, we have the honor of not to cheat. We have to keep up our promise. You can't see a thing. But I have no idea it was so awful to be blind. It's so awful to be blind. You can't see a thing. You feel you are going to be hit by something every moment. Every moment you feel you're going to be hit. It's such a relief just to sit down. You just want to sit down. Are your helpers kind to you? Helpers, the one who is deputed for helping her. Fairly, but they are not as careful as I shall be when it comes to my turn. What is the meaning of when it comes to my turn? Because I've already experienced the day when I'll of being blind day. What are all the things that is very difficult? I will know. But the one who has not experienced the blind day may not be the best helper. Understood, children? So, what is the reason? Misfortune only when you put in them ourselves in their shoes we will understand more. That is why Miss Beam School is like this. Please read chapter paragraph number 40, 13 and 14 together. Fairly, but they are not as careful as I shall be when it is my turn. Those that have been blind already are the best helpers. It is perfectly ghastly not to see. I wish you would be there. You would try. Shall I lead you anywhere? I asked. Oh, yes, she said. Let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about things. I shall be so glad that when the day is over. So today, I am just waiting when the day will be over. The other days can't be half bad as this. Having the leg tied up and hopping about in the crunch is almost fun, I guess. Having an arm tied up is a bit troublesome because you can't eat without others' help. The things like that, I don't think I'll mind being deaf for a day. At least not much. But being blind is so deafening. Deafening? Frightening. The word is frightening. What is the meaning of frightening? It's so very fearful. Frightening, fearful. Deaf means what? Not able to hear. Okay, being blind is so frightening, is very horrible. You will be very much afraid. My heart aches all the time just from worrying that I'll get hurt. Where are we now? So every moment I am just thinking that going to get hurt. I am going to get hurt. Okay? Yes. 16th paragraph, page number 60. Let's see. In the playground, I said, we are walking towards the house. Okay. Miss Beams is walking up and down the garden with a tall girl. So who is along with her? A tall girl. What is the girl wearing? My little friend asked. A blue cotton shirt and a pink blouse. I think it's Millie, she said. What color is her hair? Very light, I said. Yes, that's Millie. She's the head girl. There is an old man tying up roses, I said. Yes, that's Peter. He's the gardener. He's hundreds of years old. Here, you see, children, how they are telling? Yes, that's Peter. He's the gardener and he is hundreds of years old. And here comes a girl with a curly hair. She's on crutches. Oh, that's Anita. So she knows who is the whose days whose. And so we walked on. Gradually, I discovered that I was 10 times more thoughtful than I ever thought I could be. I already also realized that if I had to describe people and things to someone else, it made me more interesting to me. When I finally had to leave, I told Miss Beam that I was very sorry to go. Ah, she replied, then there is something in my system after all. Okay, just see again. And so we walked on. Who? The small girl and the author. They're walking around the camp, around the garden, seeing the girls, and he's explaining about the um, things he's seeing, and she's telling what it is. Okay. Gradually, I discovered slowly, and the steps, step by step. It's called gradually, slowly, eventually towards that. Okay. Gradually spelling देखो चलो GRADUALLY. Okay. I discovered that I was 10 times more thoughtful just by listening itself. If the author feels yes, and going with this girl and being for a very short period itself, he says that he is 10 times more thoughtful than I ever thought I could be. Okay. I also realized that if I had to describe people, now so far I had never described any people, is it not? But now I learned to describe people more interesting to me. Okay, things to someone, it made me more interesting. So, like how he told to the young friend, when I finally had to leave, so the time has come, it was about evening, I had to move. So what happened, I told my little friend that I had to go. I went to Miss Beams and said that I'm feeling sorry to go, sir. I don't feel like going. Ah, she replied, then there is something in my system after all. What is she saying? There is something very good about my system. There is something very fine about my system. So it's true. Is it not, children? Yes. This is by E.V. Lucas, abridged and simplified. So it is made simple so that all the children will be able to understand the meanings and the content. So it is abridged. Now, working with the text. A. Put these sentences from the story in the right order. Write them out on in a paragraph. Don't refer the text. I shall be so glad when today is over. Having a leg tied up and hopping about on the crutch is almost fun, I guess. I don't think I'll mind being a get deaf for a day, at least not much. But being blind is so frightening. Only you must tell me about things. Let's go for a walk. The other days can't be half bad as this. So, what is a small first sentence? Let's go for a little walk. Okay, and only you must tell me about things. What did she say? Now you should not see. Now try to make the paragraph is first read it 2 3 times, only then you will be able to understand which will come in where. Only when we read we will understand where we are. Okay, so please read it again and again, only then you can decipher where the which point is coming. Okay, first read it again. The first sentence is let's go for a walk. This is the little friend telling the author. Is it not so? Only you must tell me about things. Okay. Now, what is the third one? Find out. Yes. I shall be so glad when the day is over, and the other days can't be half as bad as this. And having a leg tied up and hopping about the crutch is almost a fun, I guess. I don't mind. I don't think I mind being deaf a day, at least not much. But being blind is so frightening. Clear, children? So there is a comparison on the different days by the child, which is fun, which was almost a fun, which is okay, which is manageable, which is most frightening. Yes. Now, why do you think the writer visited Miss Bean's school? He had heard a lot about her school. Now, read the question again. Why do you think the writer visited Miss Bean's school? Please read. Yes, what is the question? Why do you think the writer visited Miss Beam's school? That is in the first paragraph. Can you just go through it? The author had heard a lot about Miss Beam's school, so he thought he would make a visit to the school. Is that clear to you now? Yes. Shall we go to the next? Read the next question. What was the game that every child has to play in everything? Can you list five things? Yes, please list them. The same order you say. Miss Beam says no, the same order you write. Come on. Yes. Okay. The same order you have to write. Each term, every child has one blind eye, one lame day. Complete the sentence. Yes. What is the purpose of these special days? They become more thoughtful. Is it not? The children become more thoughtful, and even the very careless and very very what to say careless person, or very what to say insensitive and person also becomes thoughtful towards the end of the day. Okay, that we have to write it here. Now try to match the phrases given below. Look at the box. Almost, it hurts me, terrible, test of the strength, understanding the difficulties, wanting to go home, a welcome change, not very caring. So, for example, homesick is wanting to go home, like this. Okay, wanting to go home. Can you try like this? What is the meaning of other words? Okay, just try it. It will be very fun. Nice to try. Okay, with this, I close. Thank you, children.